Hello, good evening, and welcome to Creepy Cheapies. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Creepy Cheapies. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Creepy Cheapies. Hello, good... Oh, we're on. Hello, good evening, and welcome to Creepy... Cheapies, where we look for the finest in affordably priced Halloween masks. I'm your host, 4th U.S. President James Madison, and today's mask, well, a little bit of a story behind it. Today's mask was originally released in another form way back in 1987, and at that time it was a hooded mask with a black plush hood added, so you would wear it with a robe and it would look like he had a big, the monster had a big hood on, you see. Now usually the first versions released of a lot of masks usually tend to be the best ones, and the reissues that come later aren't always up to scratch. You see what I did there? Up to scratch? No, you don't, of course not, because I haven't showed you the mask yet. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yes, James Madison. James Madison was the fourth... No, that wasn't it. I already got past that part. But this particular case, I think the reissue was better than the original version of the mask. The reissue came along and scared the bejabbers out of everybody in 2008. Whoops. And then I dropped it on the floor. It came along in 2008. And this is it. Now, the original version in the hood was called Goat to Hell. You get it? Goat to Hell. Yeah. That was the original title. This version, that was the 1987 version with the fabric hood. This version, which is not wearing a hood and has this long hair at the bottom, which is very cool, and has a nice hairpiece made of this sort of mixed, very natural looking mixed brown fur on the back. This version is called Got Your Goat. I know. Not as good a title for a mask as Goat to Hell, but now why is anything to do with hell and Old Scratch and the devil and all that? Why are those things being brought up? Well, because traditionally goats are associated with, or used to be associated with, demonic forces. So a lot of old depictions of the devil show him looking like a goat, or having the ability to transform into a goat, or having minions who are goats. And by the way, goats all over the world saying, "What's up with that? What did we ever do?" say the goats of the world. But never mind about them, because what you want to focus on is how very cool this mask is of this goat-headed demon called Got Your Goat from 2008, and still in production as of this videotaping. Now you can see the eyes are just cut out like regular mask eye holes here. At least I hope you can see that. And what you see back behind there is simply part of the high quality styrofoam head that I have him on for this video. All right. Now, excellent paint job. I would think you could see the paint job pretty well. One minor difference, apart from the hood, which is a major difference, one minor difference between the original version, Goat to Hell, and this version, Got Your Goat, is that on the original one they didn't tend to paint the nose as dark. This one has a black nose, but the one in the hood usually didn't have a black nose. These horns are put on separately, cast separately and glued in. They really look really wonderful. They're very impressive in person, and well, the whole thing's pretty impressive. You know, he's a cool mask. And a lot of times during the horror hotel season in our gift shop, I would order 2 or 3 of these at the start of the season and have them in there throughout October, and they always sold out. This was always one that people liked. It's, even though it's not from a movie or anything, it just has an impressive and dramatic and kind of a classy look to it for an ugly monster with fangs. And by the way, these fangs are terrific. There's a lot of depth to them. They really look realistic. They don't look like tooth fronts painted on like on some masks, because it's from Zagoni. And the people at Zagoni are crazy when it comes to what they'll try to get out of a mold. Now they did have to put the horns on separately, but this is kind of amazing. I can't think of anybody else but the Zagoni folks who would be able to get that out of a mold, or who would dare to try it. But they succeeded, as always, and gave us this mask with this wonderful dental work going on here. And I should also mention that back in 1987, when the Goat to Hell version came out with the hood, they were called Be Something Studios. It's the same company, but around 2000, oh boy, 2006 or 7, somewhere in there, they changed their name to Zagoni, Z-A-G-O-N-E. But anyway, if you're looking this one up online, put in Got Your Goat mask. And that's because that's the name of it. Now, a lot of the Zagoni / Be Something masks were sculpted by the same amazingly talented guy who sculpted this one, the phenomenally creative and talented and fantastically imaginative Mr. Bill Eastrom. And Eastrom starts with the letter Y, and you can tell his masks from Zagoni. If you look on the inside, a lot of times in the latex in here, on the visible from the inside, not from the outside, you'll see bye bye. It says BY. It's sort of a little pun, meaning it's by BY, his initials. You see, so by Bill Eastrom. But yeah, and that's it. Highly recommended mask. Sells for around $55, and can't go wrong with Got Your Goat. And until next time, remember, Eastrom spelled backwards is Mortzi.